Hello everyone, welcome to Diksha Karnataka. In the previous video, we have discussed mock test 6 part 1. Now in this video, we are going to start with maths part 2 91 to 120th question. So we'll start with our first question. Question is, they have given some limit. So we have to evaluate this limit. In my previous video, I already explained you about whenever limit question comes, the very obvious first step is to go for direct substitution. So let me go for direct substitution. The moment I substitute direct substitution here, infinity plus 1, infinity plus infinity by infinity factorial minus infinity factorial, something like this we are getting. So now we have to go for some other first attempt is direct substitution. Now we have to think of some other methods. Now what other methods we can think? So what all other methods we can think? Let me write this as limit. Let me write this as limit n tends to infinity. Rather than writing let me write n tends to infinity. Also let me simplify this algebraic expression. So whenever algebraic expressions are there, one method to solve is the term or the factor, the element which is causing indeterminate, that we have to eliminate. Now how to eliminate that? N plus 1 factorial can be written as n plus 1 dot n factorial plus n factorial. In place of n factorial by n plus 2 n plus 1 and n factorial minus n factorial. So limit n tends to infinity n factorial I will take common from numerator, and from denominator also n factorial I will take common. So we are left with n plus 1 plus 1. This we are left with. In the denominator we are left with this term minus 1. So n plus 2 n plus 1 minus 1. So we are left with this. Now let me cancel this n factorial. Let me cancel this, remove off. Here in the numerator we are left with limit n tends to infinity n plus 2. If I simplify this denominator, see here n square plus n plus 2n plus 2 n square plus n plus 2n plus 2 minus 1. So these many things. Now let me simplify this. Let me rewrite it properly. n plus 2 n square plus 3n plus 2 minus 1 is 1. Next, limit n tends to infinity. Limit n tends to infinity. In the numerator, as I said, now again if I go for substituting infinity plus something, infinity only, infinity square infinity. Now there are various ways. Infinity by infinity means here this is algebraic expression. So whenever it is algebraic, the term or the factor which is causing indeterminate, that we have to eliminate. So let me take n square common from numerator. The reason why I am taking n square common from numerator, you will get to know n. So here we are left with 1 by n plus 2 by n square divided by n square. In place of n square, let me take n square common. So I am left with 1 plus 3 by n plus 1 by n square. These many things we are left. N square and n square if I cancel, and if I substitute n infinity, this is 0 plus 0 divided by 1 plus blah 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 blah. Anyways, it is 0 divided by 1 plus, so it is equal to 0. Is there any option with 0? Yes, D is the answer. Moving on to next question. F of x is equal to, see the question, let me read the question. Some data they have given. F of x is equal to this and g of x is equal to this. This is given. One function they have given and one more function, this f, they have composed with some. Then g double dash of 1 is equal to what? This is the question. G double dash of 1 is equal to what? Now what to do? How to start? F of x is equal to this. For that we can't do. Now g of x, what is the meaning of g? For this g we are giving f as input is equal to x6 plus 1 by x 6. G of f means for g function we are giving input f as input. Next, for g function if I am giving f as input, f is x square plus 1 by x square. See here, f of x is so is equal to for this let me write x square whole cube plus 1 by x square whole cube, 1 by x square whole cube. Same thing I have written. Now in our lower classes, from our lower classes, we are already aware of one formula. What is that formula? A cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b whole cube, a plus b whole cube minus 3ab a plus b plus 3 is going. So from synopsis we are already aware. In our lower classes they already taught us. Now I will see this and I will see that a cube plus b cube, this looks like a cube plus b cube. So for that what I'll do, I'll write this as a plus b whole cube. This is a, this is b. So a plus b means a plus b whole cube. A plus b whole cube is x square plus 1 by x square a plus b whole cube minus 3ab. 3ab in place of 3ab I will write x square 1 by x square a plus b. A plus b is x square plus 1 by x square. Next, now this is what g of x square plus 1 by x square is this much. X square, this and this, it will get cancelled. Now if I replace this with x, replacing this entire term with x, so obviously same replacement I have to do, x cube minus 3, here this becomes x. Now g of x is this function, g of x is this function, g dash of x is, g dash of x is, differentiate this with respect to x, 3x square, 3x square minus 3 minus 3. Next, g double dash of x is, g double dash of x is 6x, but they are asking g double dash of 1, so I have to replace this with 1. G double dash of 1 is 6. Is there any option g double dash of 1 is equal to 6? Yes, C is the answer. C is the answer. Moving on to next question. The derivative of, what is the question? The derivative of sine inverse. They are asking to find, differentiate this with respect to cos inverse of this. The derivative, what are they asking? They are asking derivative of this with respect to this. Now some synopsis point you should be knowing. What is that synopsis point? Let me write sine inverse x is equal to cos inverse root of 1 minus x square. Sine inverse x, from inverse trigonometry, this formula you should be aware. Sine inverse x is equal to cos inverse root of 1 minus x square. Now in the same way, sine inverse root x can be written as cos inverse root of 1 minus x, root of 1 minus x. Now in place of cos inverse root of 1 minus x, I will replace this with, so derivative of sine inverse root x with respect to means 1 by differentiation, cos inverse root of 1 minus x, that is equal to sine inverse root x. So this you already know its value is 1. So answer is A. 1 is the answer. Moving on to next question. If xy is equal to, some information they have given, if xy is equal to this, if xy is equal, then dy by dx is what? The question is dy by dx is equal to what? They have given some xy, some function, some equation, they are asking to find this. Now how to solve this question? Let me consider this xy is equal to tan of xy. Xy is equal to tan of xy. Now dy by dx means here, if I differentiate with respect to x on differentiate with respect to x on both sides, we have to differentiate this with respect to 1. This becomes x y dash plus y. Once again I am repeating, here this is d by dx of uv. In my previous videos I have already explained, but and anyways you should be knowing also, d by dx of uv is u dash v plus v dash u. In my previous videos I have explained, and also you should be knowing on your own. This looks like x u v, so x I have differentiated one function, two function differentiation. Now this is equal to y. Differentiation of tan is secant square xy. Differentiation of tan x is secant square. Next, further, if I differentiate this x 1 y as it is plus y in place of y, in place of if I differentiate this y dash x as it is. Now you see this xy dash plus y, xy dash plus y. This entire term I will transpose to this side. So here we are left with xy dash plus y minus xy dash plus y is equal to secant square, is equal to secant square xy. Secant square xy is 0. So this entire term I am transposing. Now I will take this term common from both this. So I am left with x y dash plus y. If I am taking common, here I am left with 1 minus secant square xy, secant square of xy is equal to 0. That means what? This is equal to 0 or this is equal to 0. Suppose if I equate this to 0, then what I am going to get? X y dash plus y is 0. So x y dash is negative y. Y dash is equal to minus y by x. What are they asking? Dy by dx means y dash is negative y by x. So negative y by x is C. C is the answer. Moving on to next question. If f of x is equal to if f of x is equal to this, they have defined one function, they have only given minimum of x square to x, then what are they asking? They are asking to find f double dash of this. They are interested in this value. Now how to approach this? With basic knowledge, basic concepts only. Now first here if you observe, x is minus 1, so when it is minus 1 and other side it is 1 and other side it is 1. When it is minus 1, minus 1 I have written here, 1 I have written here. Now if I observe this function, minimum, that function is minimum of minus 1 square is 1 minus 2. I am keeping this minus 1 here inside here. So this is 1 minus 2. Next, minimum of, if I keep this 1, this is 1, this is 2. Now minimum means this one, minus 2. So which function is behaving minus 2? So f of x is equal to 2x. See here, minimum is this, this is because of this, so f of x is equal to 2. Now minimum is here 1 is because of x square, so f of x is equal to x square. Minimum function means whichever is minimum, that will be the output. So minimum is this. So I hope you might have understood. Next f dash of x is 2. F dash of x is 2x. F dash of x is this. F dash of 1 is 2. F dash of 1 is 2. So what are they asking? They are asking to find this. F dash of minus 1 is, f dash of minus 1 is 2. So what are they asking? They are asking to find this value, na? So f dash of minus 1 is 2, this is 2, plus f dash of 1 is 2. 2 plus 2, 4. So answer is B. B is our answer. Moving on to next question. Integration of. So the question is to find this. Integration of this is what? Integration of this. So this is integration of trigonometric functions. Directly ready-made, there is no such standard formula, standard ready-made available formula. So we have to transform, we have to do some algebraic manipulation. So this becomes integration of, let me write that same whatever is given, cos x by secant x minus tan x. Let me multiply secant x plus tan x. Secant x plus tan x. So this is integration of cos x into secant x is 1 plus cos into tan is sin x. What about this denominator secant square x? This is a minus b. This looks like a b, a minus b, a plus b. So a minus b, a plus b is a square minus b square. Also you should be already aware of this formula. Secant square x minus tan square x is equal to 1. Synopsis point, you take that as synopsis point. Secant x minus tan x is secant square x minus tan square x. So a minus b, a square minus b square. So this entire, this becomes 1 and dx. Integration of 1 is x. Integration of sine. Integration of sine is what? Sine is negative cos x plus c. X minus cos x plus c. If answer is not there, not a problem. X minus cos x plus c should be the answer. I think we have not done any mistakes. Integration, multiplied numerator, denominator, secant square. Okay, fine. No, we have not done any mistake. Moving on to next question. Cos of, the question here is cos of cos x by sine a plus x dx. This we are supposed to find. So for this, integration of cos, direct ready-made, there is no such standard integral available. So in place of x, let me write this as x plus a minus a dx. Same question only, same, everything same. I am writing like this. Now how to integrate this? Integration of cos a minus b. Try to recall cos a minus b formula. Now this has been converted in the form of cos, I will write this as a and this as b. So cos a minus b, cos a minus b is equal to cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. Cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. So that synopsis point, if I try to use here, cos of a is x plus a, cos b is this, plus sin a is x plus a, sin b is a divided by sin of x plus a dx. So integration of cos a, here this term belongs to this also, this term belongs to this also, cos a cos of x plus a by sin of x plus a plus sin a, if I take that as constant, integration of sin of x plus a dx. Now cos a, in place of cos a I am keeping cos a only. Integration of, this is log of sin x plus a. Here differentiation of sin is cos. In one of my previous videos, or you might be knowing already, integration of f dash of x by f of x is log of f of x. So log sin differentiation integration of 1 by x. So log plus, let me write this sin a as it is, sin a as integration of sin x plus a, integration of sin x plus a is integration of sin x plus a. Sorry, one mistake I have done. What is that mistake? See here, this sin x plus a is divisible, so here it should not be, here in fact it should be 1 now. So if you integrate 1, you will get 1 x plus c. So cos a log of sin x plus a plus x sin a plus c. So answer is D, cos a log sin a plus c. Moving on to next question. The question is 0 to 1, this they are asking to find its value. How to find its value? So the question, what it involves, 0 to 1. Now if you see, this is algebraic function or algebraic expression. Whenever you see algebraic expression, what you have to do? 0 to 1, 0 to 1, x square plus x plus 1 plus 1, 2 can be written as plus 1, by x square plus 1 and x plus 1 dx. Next, 0 to 1, let me write this 0 to 1, x square plus 1, x square plus 1, x square plus 1 plus x plus 1 by x square plus 1, x plus 1. Here also x square plus 1, x plus 1. Now 0 to 1, this and this if I cancel off, here I am left with integration of 1 by x is log x plus 1. This and this if I cancel off, here I am left with tan inverse x, and from where to where? 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Now if I substitute 1 here, this becomes log 2 plus tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. Now if I substitute 0 here, if I substitute 0, log 1 is 0, tan inverse is, so I am not writing log 2 plus pi by 4. Is there any answer like this? Log 2 plus pi by 4, D is the answer. Moving on to next question. Here's the question, interesting question. So what is the question? They are asking to integrate this. Now the moment you see this standard, we don't have anything, so we have to go for substitution. Let me substitute, let t is equal to cos x. The reason why I am doing substitution, things will get simplified. You see, t is equal to cos x, its derivative is readily available. So generally we go for substitution of those functions whose derivatives are readily available. Now if I differentiate this, dt by dx, dt by cos negative sin x, So also whenever we are changing the functions, we have to take care of these limits also. Now what are those limits? When x is 0, see here x is 0, t is cos 0, is 1. Next case, when x is pi by 2, t is cos pi by 2 is 0. Now this integration gets transformed to 0 to pi by 2, now it becomes 1 to 0, e raised to t, sin 2x can be written as 2 sin x cos x dx. Next, 1 to 0, 2 if I place outside, e raised to t, okay, e raised to t is okay. Cos x dx, what is cos x dx? We don't know. This dt, further if I write, this implies dt is equal to negative sin x dx. Sin x dx I will replace with negative dt, sin x dx I am replacing it with negative dt. Cos x, for cos x I will write t. Now everything is fine. Next, 2 if I change 0 to 1 minus and this whenever we are changing, or else if I go for 1 to 0, integration of first function into second, let me write t here and let me remove t, this t let me remove. So first function as it is, integration of next minus integration d by dx of first into integration of next, and this is minus 2 from where to where, from 1 to 0, from 1 to 0. Now if I write minus 2 here, let me write that minus 2, let me write that minus 2. If I substitute upper limit here, 0 minus e raised to 0 is 1, e raised to 0. Now if I go for substituting lower limit, minus 1 e raised to 1 e minus e. So here we are left with 2. Here we are left with 2. E minus e is 0, so we are left with 2. So is there any option to B is the answer? Moving on to next question. Now the question here is, this is the question. So direct ready-made such standard integrals are not available. So we have to go for some substitution. So let me substitute t is equal to log x. I am doing some substitution. T is equal to log x. That means x is equal to e raised to t, and dt by dx is log x is 1 by x. So further few things we have to note here. When x is 1, x is e. When x is 1, x is e. When x is 1, t is 0, because I will place 1 here, log 1 0. Next, when x is e, log e is 1. So this integration gets transformed to, now that integration becomes 1 to e. In place of 1 to e, here we are having 0 to 1. Log x. In place of log x, what are we having? T raised to 5. Plus 5. See here log x. So I am writing t here, power 5. Plus 5. Log x. Again log x means again t. 4. Dx. In place of dx, where is that dx? Here dx is there. So dx story, if I continue further, dx is equal to x dt. In place of x dt, in place of x we are having e. No. In place of x we are having dx is equal to, in place of x, e raised to t. E raised to t dt. This thing we are already having. So the story goes like this. This bracket we have to close. In place of dx, e raised to t dt. Now the moment you see e raised to x, f of x plus f dash of x, one standard integral should come to our mind. What is that standard integral? Integration of e raised to x, f of x plus f dash of x dx. This is equal to e raised to x, f of x plus c. This is synopsis point. This should come to your mind after seeing this. Now you will ask, sir, why this should come to our mind? Now see the way I try to relate the things. E raised to x is here also, f of x, if I consider this as f of x, then f dash of x, let f of x is equal to t phi. If I write like this, f dash of x is f of x is this, then f dash of x phi t4. Now you see the this and you see this. It is exactly like this function is this. So I will use the synopsis point to solve this problem. Now see how the story goes. the story goes something like this: e raised to x. So here we are having e raised to t, e raised to t. F of x, in place of f of x we are having t raised to 5, t raised to 5, and then from where to where, 0 to 1, e t raised to 5 minus 0. So answer is e. If I substitute lower limit 0, 0. So is there any option E? B is the answer. Moving on to next question. So the question is integration. They are asking to integrate this. They are asking to integrate this. Now how to integrate this? See here, ready-made there is no such standard integral available. So integration dx by 1 minus. So for this some algebraic manipulation we have to do. What manipulations we have to do? What manipulation? I will divide numerator and denominator by cos square x. If I divide, now the reason why I am dividing numerator and denominator by cos square x, the reason why I am doing like this you will get to know. If I divide, here nothing means 1 by cos square x, here you will get secant square x. In place of dx only, by 1 minus 10 sin square x. 1 is what? 1 by cos square x, so that is also secant square x minus 10. Sin square x is there, sin by cos is tan, so this is tan square x. Next, integration of secant square x dx by secant square x minus 10 tan square x. In place of tan square x, or else let me remove this, secant square x, I will write this as 1 plus tan square x minus 10 tan square x. Next, integration of secant square x dx 1 minus 9 tan square x. This I am writing like this. Next, integration of here secant, for this let me write 1 by 3 differentiation of 3 tan x by 1 minus 3 tan x square. Integration of 1 by 3. See here, what 1 by 3 I have written, differentiation of tan x is secant square, so I am writing like this. Now try to recall one formula, synopsis. dx by 1 minus or a square minus x square is equal to 1 by 2a log of 1 by 2a log of a plus x by a minus x plus c. So 1 by 2a log of this. Now you relate this and that. What are we left with? We are left with 1 by 3, let me keep as it is, 1 by 3 let me keep, 1 by 2a, 1 by, this is acting like a and this is acting like x. Now see here, 1 by 2a, this is 1 by 2a, differentiation of this by this, that is equal to log of a is 1 plus x is 3 tan x by 1 minus 3 tan x plus c. So is there any option like this? 1 by 6, 1 plus c is the answer. Moving on to next question. If dy by dx is equal to all this, they have given some information. Dy by dx is equal to this and y of 0 is equal to 2. See here what all they have given, dy by dx and this. Then y of log 2 is equal to, what are they asking? They are asking to find y of log 2 is equal to what? So let me copy that differential equation. The same I am just copying and pasting. I am copying and pasting. What I am doing, I am just copying and pasting. Dy by dx, dy. If I transpose this here, dy by y plus 3 is equal to dx. Now to solve this, let me integrate on both sides. So if I am integrating on both sides, this is log of y plus 3 is equal to integration of 1 is x plus c. Now this log, if I apply exponential function on both sides, this becomes y plus 3 is equal to x plus c. I am applying exponential function on both sides. So the moment I apply exponential, this and this get composed and this x plus c. Here we are, y plus 3 is equal to this. Now they have given some information. When x is 0, y is 2. So this becomes 2 plus 3 is equal to e raised to x is 0, c is, which implies e raised to c is equal to 5. Next, e raised to c is equal to 5. Now what are they asking? Let me write y is equal to e raised to x plus c minus 3. Just this 3 I am transposing to other side. Now y of log 2. For this in this y, generally y is function of x, means it is y of x. So in place of x I am writing log 2. This becomes e raised to log 2 plus c. C value just now we found, or it is e raised to c is 5. So e raised to c is 5. Let me erase this. Minus 3. So y of log 2 is equal to what they are asking. E and log, they will get composed and we are left with 5 minus 3. 2 5s are 10 minus 3. 10 minus 3 is 7. Is there any such value like this? D is the answer. Moving on to next. Any step, any concept, any synopsis, if you are not understood, just put down one comment. I will explain you. The solution, they are interested in solution of the differential equation. One differential equation they have given. One differential equation. They are asking to find solution of. What is the solution? They are interested in solution. Now see here how to solve this problem. X dy minus y dx. This, let me divide this entire equation with x square. Let me divide this entire equation square. I am dividing x square on both sides, on LHS also and on RHS also. Now why I am dividing, you will get to know. See here, we will reach to some conclusion. This, sir, sometimes you will divide with x square, sometimes. This is all part of algebraic manipulation. This algebraic manipulation easily we cannot learn. Any video you watch, you won't learn easily. Excessive practice, extreme practice you have to do, then those thoughts will come. Now for now you see x square, let me divide on both sides. So this becomes x dy minus y dx by x square plus this x square, this will get cancelled. We are left with x dy plus y dx. This x square is equal to, in RHS we are left with 0. Now x dy y dx, x square x dy plus y dx. So few synopsis point you should be knowing. What are those synopsis point? Differentiation of xy is x dy plus y dx. Synopsis point. Synopsis d. Also d of differentiation of y by x is x square x dy x dy minus y dx. X dy minus y dx by x square plus x dy plus y dx is equal to 0. So what are we talking about? Now this term, if I observe from there, this is equal to differentiation of y by x plus differentiation of xy is equal to 0. If I am applying integration on both sides, I am left with y by x plus xy is equal to c. Is there any option like this? C is the answer. Moving on to next question. Sine square, easy question. Inverse trigonometry generally up to CET level or NCET level questions are easy only. Sine square cos inverse 1 by 3 plus cos square this. Now how to solve this problem? Let me consider one triangle. If I am assuming this as theta, base is 1, hypotenuse is 3, that means this is 2 root 2. Next, here let me consider one more triangle. Here one more triangle. Perpendicular is this is this. So this is 2 root 2 by Pythagoras theorem. Next, now to simplify this, sine square cos inverse. For cos inverse I will write sine inverse perpendicular 2 root 2 by 3 plus cos square. Now here in place of sine inverse I will write in terms of cos inverse 1 by 3. In place of 1 by 3, 2 root 2 by 3. So this becomes 2 root 2 by 3 square plus 2 root 2 by 3 square. So 2 root 2 is 8 by 9 plus 8 by 9 is equal to 16 by 9. Is there any option? D is the answer. Moving on to next question. Sine inverse, some information they have given. They are asking to find tan theta. What data they have given? They have given this sine inverse of 3 sine 2 theta by 5 plus 4 cos 2 theta is equal to pi by 2. Then tan theta is equal to how much? They are asking this. So some synopsis point and some things you should be knowing. If I apply sine function on both sides, here I am left with 3 sine 2 theta by 5 plus 4 cos 2 theta is equal to 1. See here I am applying sine function here and I am applying sine function here. So sine and sine inverse they will get composed. We are left with it. Sine pi by 2 is 1. So with this. Next, 3 sine 2 theta 5 plus 4 cos 2 theta. This is the thing. Now sine 2 theta 5 plus 4 cos 2 theta. But here what is the question? Tan theta. Now trigonometric knowledge you should have from first PUC trigonometry. Few formulas should come to your mind at this point of time. Sine 2 theta is 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Next, cos 2 theta is 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Now for this, if I use this synopsis, this is 3 sine 2 theta 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta is equal to 5 plus 4 5 plus 4. 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Now, if you simplify this, 3 to the 6 tan theta is equal to 5 plus 5 tan square theta, just LCM, plus 4 minus 4 tan square theta. Now, if I simplify this, tan square theta only, we are left with tan square theta. 6 tan theta, if I transpose it to other side, negative 6 tan theta. And if I add this 5 and 4 plus 9 is equal to 0. So tan square theta minus 6 tan theta. Now, if I simplify this, how to simplify? See here, whenever one quadratic equation is given, here the quadratic equation is in terms of tan theta. I will tell you how to simplify. Generally, in 10th standard, you might have already learned in 10th standard how to split middle term. One more method I am having. What is that method? Now, this 9 is there, na? This 9. Let me split this as minus 3, minus 3. Let me split this as minus 3, and sum should be minus 6. Now, what we have to do is just change the sign. So just change the sign. Tan theta is equal to, if I change the sign, 3 comma 3, two roots are, one is root is 3, one more root is 3. So they are asking tan theta is equal to C. 3 is the answer. Moving on to next question. If a coin is tossed 3 times, there is one coin tossed how many times? 3 times in succession. After one coin they are tossing. If E is the event that there are at least 2 heads, E is the event is there are 2 head, means 3 head is possible. Head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, head, 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 2 heads. At least 2 heads. This is the F. F is the event in which first throw is a head. F is the event. First throw is head. Head. So F is the event in which first throw is head. And then P of E given F is equal to, what are they asking? They are asking to find this. P of E given F is what? Now they are talking about conditional probability. For conditional probability, you should be knowing this formula. Probability of E given F is equal to probability of E and F by probability of F. Now, probability of E given F is this probability of F. Now, what is common between E and F? E intersection F. E intersection F is what is common between this and this. This is one common. HHT is also there. HTH is also there. So total 3 things are common out of 8. So 3 things are common. That means E and F 3 divided by 8 by probability of F 4 things are there. Total 8. So the answer is 3 by 4. Is there any option like 3 by 4? Yes, A is the answer. Moving on to next question. In a box, there are 2 red, 3 black, 4 white. They are taking one box. 2 red, 3 black, and 4 white balls. Out of these, 3 balls are drawn together. Out of this, they are drawing 3 balls are drawn together. The probability of these balls being of same color is. So the question is the probability. They are talking about probability of these being same color. So probability of being same color. Now how to approach this problem? Probability of these being same color. Probability of same color is equal to favorable cases by total cases. Same color. Same color means, see here, first let me talk about total cases. Let me say something about total cases. For total cases, how many balls are there? 2, 3, 5, 5, 4. Total 9 balls are there. They are drawing, out of 3 balls are drawn. So out of 9 balls, 3 balls are drawn. That means they are choosing 3 balls out of 9. So 9C3. This is total cases. Next, what about favorable cases? See here, favorable cases. The balls drawn are of same color. So 3 balls are drawn, they should be of same color. So only 2 red balls are there, we cannot consider. 3 black balls are there. So 3 of same color, or there is one more possibility also. 4 white balls are there. Out of that, 3 balls are of same color. So favorable cases is this. Now this question gets transformed to probability of same color is equal to favorable cases. Favorable cases is 3C3, 3C3 is 1, 4C3 is 4, 3C3, this is 1, 4C3 is 4, 9C3 is 9 factorial by 3 factorial, 6 factorial, 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 factorial by 6 factorial 3. 6 factorial get cancelled, 3. 3 8s are 24. 24 7s are, or 7 3s are 21 8s are 21 8s are 3 factorial. This is 3 factorial na. Here we are left with 1 2 also. This becomes 4. 3 4s are 12, 84. So the answer is pi divided by 84. Is there any option like this, 5 divided by 84? Yes, C is the answer. Moving on to next question. A bag A contains, so let me go through the question. A bag A contains 3 white balls and 2 black balls. Let me draw one. A bag A contains 3 white balls and 2 black balls. A bag B contains 2 white ball and 4 black balls. First a bag is chosen and then a ball is drawn. So this is the given thing. Now what are they asking? First a bag is chosen. From this they may take A, they may take B. They have not said this, but first a bag is chosen and then a ball is drawn, and then a ball means A bag, B bag, we don't know that. They are choosing A bag or B bag, and then they are going for drawing one ball. What is the probability that it is white ball? What is the probability that is a white ball? It should be white ball. What is the probability that it is a white ball? Now the question. So it is a white ball. For white ball, one more thing you should notice: probability of A is equal to probability of B is equal to 1 by 2. It is very obvious because there are 2 bags, one bag 1 by 2. So favorable, this you might have understood. Now I will give one event. Let E be the event of choosing first bag and drawing white ball. Next, F, one event I am defining. They may choose second bag and get white balls. So first bag and white, second bag and white, first bag and white, second bag and white. So for E, probability of E, first bag 1 by 2, and in the world of mathematics, in the mathematical language, and means into white ball 3 by 5, 3 by 5. See here, totally 3 white balls are there, total 5 balls are there. Next, probability of event E, probability of event F, sorry, not E, equal to second bag 1 by 2 into white. For white 2 by 6. So this is 3 by 10 and this is 1 by 6. So probability of E is this, probability of F is this. Now what is the probability that it is a white ball? White ball, na? Now one more thing you should notice here. E and F are mutually exclusive events. Now why I am talking about all this? E and F are mutually exclusive events. The reason why I am saying E and F, now you see here, if E occurs, F cannot occur. They might have chosen first bag and they might have drawn white ball, or if F occurs, means they might have chosen second bag and they might have drawn white ball. So E and F are mutually exclusive, means if one occurs, other cannot occur. That is mutually exclusive. Now what are they asking? What is the probability? It is a white ball. White ball means ultimately they are interested in white ball. Probability of E union F, that is equal to probability of E plus probability of F. Now minus probability of E and this addition theorem of probability, if I am writing E plus F minus E intersection F. Now whenever it is mutually exclusive, so for that probability of E intersection F, there it will be 0, so I am not writing that. Probability of E is 3 by 10 plus 1 by 6. So if I multiply this with 5 and if I multiply this with 3, this will be 15 plus 5 by 30. So this is 20 by 3 3s, sorry, this is 9 plus 5 14. So this will be 14 by 30. This is equal to 7 by 15. 7 by 15. Is there any option 7 by 15? B is the answer. Moving on to next question. So next question is 6 boys and 6 girls. 6 boys and 6 girls sit in a row at random. 6 boys and 6 girls, they are sitting at random. Need not be boys, girls, boys. They are sitting at random. Random means we don't know how they are sitting. They are sitting. Now, what is the question? The probability that all the girls sit together is, once again I will go through the question. The probability that all the girls sit together means all the girls should sit together. That is the condition. Now, probability is equal to favorable cases by total cases. That all girls are sitting together. If all girls are sitting together, this we have to count as 1 unit and this we have to count this as 6 units. So total 7 units. So 7 factorial. Also these girls among themselves can be arranged in 6 factorial ways. So favorable cases is equal to 6 factorial by 7 factorial. Once again I will read the question. The probability that all the girls sit together means all girls, they are in 1 unit, that I will count as 1 unit, and these 6 boys as 6 unit. So total 7 things we have to arrange. So that is n factorial, 7 factorial. If n things we have to arrange, then it is. And also these girls among themselves can be arranged in this many ways, 6 factorial ways. So that is 6 factorial. What about total cases? 7 factorial into 6 factorial. Total cases, there are 12 people, so they can be arranged in 12 factorial ways. 12 factorial. Next, 7 factorial, 6 factorial, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, factorial. Let me cancel this and this. 6 factorial is equal to 6 into 5 factorial is 120. So 12, 10 I have cancelled. Here we are left with 6 by 11 into 9 into 8. Now 6, 3 into 2, 3 into 2, 11 for 11, 3 into 3 into 2 into 4. So 2 and 2 if I remove, na, here into 4 is there. 2 and 2 if I remove, 3 and 3 if I remove, I am left with 1 by 12 into 11. 132 is the answer. 1 by 132 is the answer. Next, moving on to next. The domain of, easy question. The domain of this is one function they have given. They are talking about, what are they talking? Domain. Domain means what? X values. What are the x values of this function? So how this starts? 2x minus 1 is there, na? Whenever, see here, the moment you see the square root functions, in my previous videos also I already said that whenever square root comes, whatever is the function inside that function has to be greater than or equal to 0. Domain, square root cannot be negative, na? So that condition we are using to find x values. Also same story for this also. 3 minus 2x greater than or equal to 0. Next, 2x is greater than or equal to 1. X is greater than or equal to 1 by 2. Next, 3 is greater than or equal to 2x. 3 by 2 equal to x. That means x is less than or equal to 3 by 2 and this is 1 by 2. So the answer is x goes from 1 by 2 to 3 by 2. D is the answer. Moving on to next question. If m and n are degree of order of 1 plus y square 2, 3. Now let me go through the question. If m and n, m is order, n is degree, or degree and order, m is degree and n is order of 1 plus y square. Let me copy and paste it here. 1 plus y1 square 2 by 3 is equal to y2. Same I have just copied and pasted. Then the value of this is, they are asking to find value of this. What is the value of this expression? M plus n. So first we have to find m and then we have to go for, let me cube on both sides. Since this is fraction, cube on both sides. So when I am cubing on both sides, this becomes y1 square is equal to this whole square as it is, and this is y2 whole cube. Cubing on both sides, y2 whole cube. Then the value of m plus n by m minus n is, what is this value? Cubing on both sides, all that I have done. Now m, see here, what is m? M or order. Order is highest order derivative. Highest order, if I observe, order is 2 and its degree is degree, so 3 is the degree. That means order here they are denoting with n and this is m. So m plus n is 5, m plus n, m minus n is 3 minus, so 5 is the answer. Is there any option like 5? Yes, C is the answer. Moving on to next question. They have given some I value, then they are asking to simplify that expression. They are asking to find. This means we have to apply integration and then we have to mark the answer. So how to start? The story starts something like this. I is equal to pi. This question is very simple if you are able to recall one property. If you recall that property, it is simple. If you are unable to recall that property, then it will be very difficult. So how that story is, one thing should come to our mind at this point. Minus a to a f of x dx, minus a to a f of x dx is equal to, this is equal to 0 to a f of x plus f of minus x dx. So 0 to a f of x plus f of minus x dx. I is equal to this 0 to a f of x plus f of minus x dx. Now let me come to this integral, and I will try to relate this and that. So I is equal to 0 to a f of x is this, na? This is f of x. So f of x I will write as it is, e raised to sin x by e raised to sin x plus e raised to minus sin x plus, now I will place minus x in this, so this becomes e raised to minus sin x by e raised to minus sin x plus e raised to sin x, and then dx as it is. Now 0 to 1, 0 to a here is pi, here a is pi, don't write a, 0 to pi. This sin a plus 1 by sin x, if you take here you will get 1 dx. Integration of 1 is x, from where to where, 0 to pi. So this is pi. Pi is the answer. Where is the answer? C is the answer. Moving on to next question. So they have given us this and they are asking to integrate this and write the value of this. Integration of this is what? How to approach this question? Direct, ready-made, standard integration of trigonometric functions. Among if you go through integration of trigonometric functions in NCERT or any JEE content also, if you go through, you won't get directly this, but with some manipulation, we have to do some manipulation. And then, so for this, let me write sin x cos x. Let me place 2 here and let me write 1 by 2 here. You will get to know why I am doing this stunt. X cos x dx divided by root of 1 minus sin square x whole square. Same expression, only I have written like this. Now see here, let me do one substitution. What substitution I am doing? Let t is equal to sin square x dt is equal to 2 sin x cos x dx, 2 cos sin x cos x dx. Now this integral gets transformed to 1 by 2 integration of 2 sin x dx cos x is dt by root of 1 minus t square. Now one synopsis point immediately should come to our mind, that is dx by root of 1 minus x square is sin inverse x plus c. So this integral, if I integrate this, t 1 by 2 sin inverse t. So 1 by 2 sin inverse t. In place of t I will write sin square x, because now is there any such option like 1 by 2 sin inverse of sin square? B is the answer. Moving on to next question. What is the given data? Y is equal to, they have written something like this, y is equal to, then x, they are asking what is this expression. So how to start? Let me write the given question. Y is equal to something they have given, whatever that thing is. There are x raised to, so x, if I call this as x, y, it is same thing. Next, now let me differentiate this with respect to x. So this becomes y dash, before applying differentiation, before applying differentiation, let me apply log, because one function raised to another function, whenever one function raised to another function comes, we have to apply log. So log y is equal to y log x. Log y is equal to y log x. Also I have dragged down that y using properties of logarithm. If you observe, if you have watched my previous videos, or if you already know properties of logarithm, there every time I say log m raised to n is m log. Now log y is 1 by y dash is equal to y. Log x differentiation is 1 by x plus log x. This is y dash. Next, 1 by y I am minus log x y dash is equal to y by x. Now this what are they asking? X1 minus y log x. So this 1 minus y log x, 1 minus y x y. Here y dash is equal to y square. This x also if I transfer here. Now you see this expression x 1 minus y log x dy by dx is equal to y square. So easy question only. Just some calculation is required, that much we have to do. The length of perpendicular. They are talking about length of perpendicular. So what are they asking? They are asking length of perpendicular. Length of perpendicular. Length of perpendicular they are asking. From also some data they have given. What is that given data? From 163 to the line. So 163 to the line. X by 1 is equal to y minus 1 by 2 is equal to z minus 2 by 3. What are they asking? The length of perpendicular. This distance they are asking. Let me name this as D, this point as A. One point I will assume on this, and that will be P. One point I am assuming A, all this is given data. They are asking to find this D. How to find D? So you should be able to recall one thing at this point. This P is there, na? This entire expression, if I equate it to lambda, x will be equal to lambda, y will be equal to 2 lambda plus 1, z will be equal to 3 lambda plus 2. Now any point P, any point P or any point on this line will be in the form of lambda, 2 lambda plus 1 and 3 lambda plus 2. Any point P on this line will be in the form of this. So I am assuming that P is of this form, lambda plus 2 lambda 1, 3 lambda plus 2. Now one concept, you should be knowing from 3-dimensional geometry. What is that concept? Let me write that concept. Now if I talk about direction ratios of this line, what are the direction ratios of this line? Generally you try to recall that standard equation line, and then they write this as A1, B1, C1. These are direction ratios. Sir, how you are saying that these are direction ratios? If you have any such questions, open NCERT book or any book in which equation of line there. So x minus x1 by a1 b1 whatever they will. So denominator part is there, na? That will be equation of line. You have to open Cartesian form. Denominator part will be direction ratios. So direction ratios of this line is 1, 2, 3. Direction ratios of this line is 1, 2, 3. Next, direction ratios of AP. Direction ratio of AP. What are the direction ratios of AP? AP is x2 minus x1, y2 minus 1. So lambda minus 1, 2 lambda minus 5, 3 lambda minus 1. Direction ratios of AP: lambda minus 1, 2 lambda minus 5, 3 lambda minus. We have to, if this x1, y1, z1, see here, if it is x1 y1 z1 x2 y2 z2 है ना. So generally to find direction ratios of 2 point we do x2 minus x1 y2 minus y1 z2 minus z1. Although I am not writing, I am saying it, just listen. Direction ratios means x2 minus x1 y2. We have to do like this. Now also one condition of when if you observe this line is perpendicular to this line, so perpendicular means their product of direction ratios a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 that is equal to 0. Now direction ratios of this is 1. This is a1 a2 a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 a1 a2 if I multiply a1 a2 lambda minus 1 plus b1 b2 if I multiply 2 lambda minus 5 plus c1 3 lambda minus 1 is equal to 0. Now this is lambda minus 1 plus 2 2s are 4 lambda minus 2 5s are 10 plus 9 lambda minus 3 equal to 0. Next, you add all these lambdas, you will get 14 lambda, and you transpose this to other side. This implies lambda is equal to 1. Lambda is equal to 1 means this point P is 1, lambda is 1, 2 lambda plus 1 is 3, 3 lambda plus 2 is 5. This lambda 1 I am substituting here, 1, 3, 5. Now if A and P are known, if you want to make a note of all this, you make a note of this. I am erasing some things because I have to write. Now if I erase d is equal to distance formula, this is distance formula, x1 y1 z1 x2 y2 z2, distance between 2 points. If x1 is 163, this now distance is x2 minus x1 is 1 minus 1 0 square plus y2 minus y1 3 minus 6 3 square plus z2 minus z1 5 minus 3 2 square. So distance is equal to root of 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4 is root 13. So distance between that was the ask, what they are asking, answer is 13. Moving on to next question. So what have they given? F of x is equal to some function they have given. Then at x equal to function, the function is, what are they asking? The function is what? Means what they are asking? Differentiable, and they are talking about differentiability and continuity. So whether the function is differentiable and continuous or not at x equal to 0, that is the scenario. Now how to start? F of x is equal to x sine 1 by x, differential but not continuous, differentiable. What is the story? So first we'll start for continuity. For continuity, at x equal to 0, at x equal to 0, what I'll do? I'll apply limit to this function. Limit x tends to 0, f of x is equal to, limit x tends to 0, some function they have given 0. Now I will limit means here it is not 0 but it is tending to 0. Whenever limit means it is tending to 0. Tending to 0 means not exact 0. Not exact 0 means the function behaves like this. So limit x tends to 0, limit x tends to 0, x sine of 1 by x, limit x tends to 0, x. Now if I place, how to evaluate limit? Every time I say go for direct substitution. If that doesn't work, go for other methods. So if I am substituting 0 here and if I am substituting 0 here, this is 0 into sine of 1 by 0. This is 0 into some finite quantity, finite to 0. So this limit is having some fixed value, that is 0. So whenever that function has fixed value 0, so this means limit LHL is equal to RHL is equal to value of that function f of 0 is equal to 0. F of 0 is 0. So therefore f is continuous. F is continuous at x equal to 0. F is continuous at x equal to 0. Continuous, okay. Not differentiable. About now we have to check about differentiability. So f is continuous, here it is there. Not continuous means remove this. Not continuous means remove this. Continuous and differentiable, continuous but not. Now for differentiability we have to check the condition for differentiability. Let me erase all these things. Differentiable and but not continuous. Function is differentiability. Now at x equal to 0 we have to check for differentiability. Limit x tends to 0, f of x is equal to at x equal to 0, at x equal to 0, f dash of 0 is equal to limit h is tending to 0, f of 0 plus h minus f of 0 by 0 plus h minus 0. Now f dash of 0 is limit h is tending to 0. This denominator is h. Using definition of differentiability I am using. So this is the story. F of 0 plus h. If I place f of 0, anyways that is 0. Second part is 0, f of 0 plus h. This behaves h and then sine of 1 by h. Also, if I am writing 0 here, 0, h and h, they will get cancelled. H and h, 1. Limit h tends to 0, sine of 1 by 0. This sine of 1 by 0 has no finite value. Therefore, f is not differentiable at x equal to 0. So what can we come to a conclusion? Continuous but not differentiable. B is the correct answer. Moving on to next question. So some information they have given. F of x is equal to, there is one function which is behaving like this, is continuous at x equal to 0. Again same, LHL RHL is equal to value of the function. Then the value of k is, what are they asking? They are asking to find the value of k. They are asking to find the value of k. So we have to check LHL equal to RHL is equal to value of the function at x equal to 0. That condition we have to use and then find the value of k. So how to start? Now you apply limit x tends to 0. Limit x tends to 0. Sine of 5x by x square plus 2x. Also limit LHL RHL I am calculating. Value of the function is k plus 1 by 2. Now if I differentiate numerator, or first if I go for substitution, this is 0, sine 0 is 0, 0 by 0. So whenever 0 by 0, use LH. So if you are using LH, sine differentiation is cos 5x, differentiation of cos is 5 divided by 2x plus 2. Now you apply limit 0, so 5 cos 0 is 1 by 2. 5 by 2 is k plus 1 by 2. K is equal to 2. Is there any option 2? Yes, A is the answer. Moving on to next question. In the interval minus 3 to 3 the function is, so if you go through the question, if you go through the options, they are talking about increasing, the function is increasing or decreasing. This we have to find. Now the moment you see increasing function, decreasing function, f dash of x is greater than 0, then it is increasing function. F dash of x is less than 0, then it is decreasing function. So f of x they have given, let me copy. F of x is equal to x by 3 plus 3 by x. So f dash of x is 1 by 3 and this negative 3 by x square differentiation. Now if I take LCM, f dash of x is equal to x square minus 3 by 3 x square. This is positive, this is forever positive. Now f dash of x, we have to analyze this numerator and then we get to know whether f dash of x is positive or negative. Now x from where to where? Minus 3 to 3. If I am keeping something from minus 3 to 3, this will be negative. Not understood. See here, if I am keeping something from minus 3 to 3, few points I will keep. Every point you keep and you analyze. So minus 3 to 3 means let me keep 0. If I am keeping 0, 0 square, 0, 0 minus 3 is minus 3, negative, negative by positive is negative. One point I have analyzed. Remaining points you analyze, everywhere you find it as negative. How to analyze means just keep some values between minus 3 to 3. So this is negative. So f of x is decreasing. So the answer is decreasing. F of x is decreasing. Moving on to next question. The function f of x is equal to, they have given some function f of x is equal to x e raised to x. X. This function they have given, let me copy and paste that function. F of x is equal to x e raised to minus x, then attains maximum value at x equal to. So they are talking about attains maximum value at x equal to. At what value of x this function attains maximum value? Now again application of derivative question only, maximum, minimum. So whenever they are talking about maximum and minimum, it is very obvious that we have to go for first derivative. First derivative is x e raised to minus x, differentiation of this is minus plus. So x I have kept differentiated e raised to x. Now I will keep e raised to minus x and x I have differentiated dy dx of uv. In my previous videos I already discussed about uv differentiation, u v dash v dash u, all that. So I am using that product rule. Next, what are they asking? The function f of x is this much, attains maximum value at. This is first derivative. Also this e raised to minus x, if I take common, I am left with 1 minus x. I am left with this f dash of x, we have to equate it to 0. Why should we do this? As per the algorithm, for to check x is equal to 1, as per the algorithm of how to find maximum value, minimum value at what time, just equate f dash of x is equal to 0. F dash of x is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 1. 0 means this has to be 0. Now this is one critical point, critical point. Now further we have to go for second derivative to know whether this is increasing. F double dash of x, if I am talking of f double dash of x, this is negative and this is minus 1 plus e raised to minus x I am keeping as it is. If I am if I am differentiating this and if I am keeping 1 minus x as it is. Now overall if I take e raised to minus x common, minus 1 common, I am left with 1 plus 1 minus x. See here, negative, this part I am taking common. Now here minus e raised to minus x, 2 minus x. F double dash of x is this much, minus e raised to minus x, 2. Now after finding f double dash, these critical points we have to substitute here. The moment I substitute critical point, this is negative, 2 minus 1, so that is 1, negative. So f double dash of x is negative. Whenever f double dash of x is negative, that means x is equal to maximum. So at x equal to 1, the function attains maximum value. So the answer is C. So if you want algorithm for this question, I will tell f of x, one function they have given, f of x, we have to differentiate that function. We will get f dash of x, that you equate to 0. After equating to 0, you will get some critical points. Here I have got x equal to 1. Critical points, f dash of x equal to 0. Next, go for f double dash of x. after getting f double dash of x, whatever function you got f double dash of x, in that function you substitute critical points. In that function you substitute critical points. After substituting critical points, check whether you are getting positive sign or negative sign. If f double dash of x is negative, if you want, you take this as synopsis point. If f double dash of x is negative, implies f of x is maximum, is max at critical point, and opposite is also true, and opposite is, in the sense, if f double dash of x is positive at critical points, then f of x is minimum at critical point, So this algorithm I am trying to recall. Next, moving on to next question. The area of the ellipse, easy question. Area of the ellipse, so this is a square, this is b square. That means from here a is equal to 3, b is equal to 2. Area of ellipse, standard formula that I am writing here, you should be knowing. Area of ellipse is equal to pi ab. Area of ellipse is this. Now you use this. Suppose let me finish off this question. Pi 6 pi is the answer. Suppose answer is this. Suppose I am one student and I am going to CET exam. Area of ellipse is this. They have given one ellipse. After seeing this, x square by a square plus y square by, it is standard. So I will think a is equal to 3, b is equal to 2. So pi into a into b, pi into 3 into 2, 6 pi. So hardly it will take 10 seconds to solve this question. Not all questions will take 10 seconds. Some easy questions are there. Na? So directly such questions nobody should leave. These are all time saving questions. Remaining time, left out time of this question you give to time consuming. So fine. So if you have found this video useful, like, subscribe and share.